Caitlin Clark suffered a bone bruise in her ankle while working out in Phoenix.
They saying that the injury happened around August 7th. That is Scott Agnes, bro.
Now it's time to report on that August 7th ankle injury.
The Caitlin Clark injury situation is officially a mess.
We find out today that Caitlin Clark had another injury nearly 2 weeks ago.
Apparently, Caitlin Clark has now picked up an ankle injury, even if it's a very mild injury.
Just when fans thought Caitlin Clark was close to returning, shocking news confirmed another major injury.
I mean, part of the problem with Caitlin Clark's season is the myriad of injuries she's suffered.
And it might have ended her 2025 WNBA season for good.
Anything that can go wrong, will go wrong, it seems.
Caitlin Clark needs to, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hang it up. It's over. It's done, y'all. It's done.
Caitlin Clark suffered a bone bruise in her ankle while working out in Phoenix 2 weeks ago. None of this stuff, like, why tell us now? This organization is being run like a mom and pop shop. It makes no sense, and fans are left confused about her status.
Caitlin Clark suffered a bone bruise in her ankle while working out in Phoenix. I mean, this organization, man, it's being run like a mom and pop shop, bro. Like, God, like, what is going on?
They saying that the injury happened around August the 7th, but I'm not buying it. It's all BS, and they are lying to us. The Indiana Fever front office has completely lost my trust with how they're handling Caitlin Clark's injury.
They saying that the injury happened around August 7th. That is Scott Agnes, bro. They lose all trust. The Indiana Fever front office has lost my trust. I don't believe anything they're saying. I'm not rocking out with them at all.
Now it's time to report on that August 7th ankle injury. What were the odds that the Indiana Fever would miss the playoffs before the season even started? And now suddenly this ankle news is released, raising more questions than answers.
Now it's time to report on that August 7th ankle injury. Question before we even get into it. What were the odds that the Indiana Fever would miss the playoffs prior to this season taking place?
Caitlin Clark aggravated an injury because her coach stood on her ankle. Yes, her own assistant coach accidentally stamped on her during a game. It's unbelievable and only adds to the cursed season she's already had.
Her coach, she aggravated injury because her coach decided her coach stood on her ankle. Her coach stood on her ankle and she, it's just not ideal.
It was said on the ESPN broadcast that Stephanie White hoped Clark would be back in practice this week. But further information came out that Clark suffered a bit of an ankle injury in the midst of recovery. One reporter said yes, it affected her. Another said no.
The Caitlin Clark injury situation is officially a mess because not only is there not more clarity, there's more confusion about what her timeline could be. And that's coming on the heels of it seeming to be pretty clear when Clark would return to the court, or about when she would return to the court. It was said on the ESPN broadcast on August 12th that Stephanie White hoped Clark would be back in practice this week.
We find out today that Caitlin Clark had another injury nearly 2 weeks ago on August 7th. The Fever knew about it this whole time, but this is the first fans are hearing. It looks shady and makes no sense if she's being set back.
And we find out today that Caitlin Clark had another injury nearly 2 weeks ago, 13 days ago, in fact. I saw this and I was floored. And I've tried to take a step back and not do the Indiana Fever is complacent and complicit and they're trying to hide something and blah, 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 blah. All bets are off now. All bets are off now.
Another Caitlin Clark injury update, and it's not looking good. Reports say she tweaked her ankle and it's holding her back from returning. Fans thought she'd be ready soon, but now everything has changed again.
I don't know what this is all about because apparently Caitlin Clark has now picked up an ankle injury. Sources stress this tweaked ankle does not affect her return timeline. Is there a return timeline? Like, we have to be honest here. Is there a return timeline? So I don't think there is.
Caitlin Clark is dealing with yet another setback to her season. This time it's being reported as a bone bruise in her ankle. Each time fans get hopeful for her return, a new injury detail surfaces to delay things further.
sources has confirmed that it is more to this injury, bro. Let's jump right into this. So, about 20 minutes ago, Chloe Peterson said, sources confirmed to me, Caitlin Clark suffered a very mild bone bruise in her left ankle on August the 7th.
Her season with the Indiana Fever could already be over. After weeks of waiting, new reports confirm another injury and uncertainty about her return. Fans are left wondering if she'll even step back on the court this year.
Caitlin Clark returning to the Indiana Fever, getting on the floor this year, is done. It's over. It's all BS. It's nonsense. It's false hope to get people to keep showing up, keep buying tickets. They got us content creators waiting and hoping, hey, they said she might be, this is the empty time. This is the time for practice that she might return.
We hear that this ankle injury supposedly hasn't affected her timeline. But if it kept her from running, how could it not? It doesn't make sense. The messaging from the Fever has been inconsistent from the start.
And now there's another injury that supposedly hasn't affected the timeline of her returning, which I think is bullshit. That's nonsensical. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't compute. If it kept her from being able to run and stuff, of course it set her back.
Scott Agnes claims she's still weeks away, yet earlier she was listed as day-to-day. These reports keep contradicting each other. One day it's optimism, the next day it's delay. Fans don't know what's real anymore.
They saw media and fans freaking out about Caitlin not practicing today and decided to publicize week-old, no big deal ankle tweak that has nothing to do with her absence as a distraction. Why didn't they just report it weeks ago? Like, they don't need to report. First of all, if it's a mild bone bruise, it doesn't affect us. Why are they reporting this?
Some reports insist it's just a minor bruise, nothing serious. Others suggest it's much worse and has delayed her return. These conflicting updates create doubt over whether Caitlin Clark will play again this season.
Ankle does not affect her return timeline. Ankle injury, she would still be out rehabbing for her groin. So Caitlin Clark basically got hurt again. How did she get hurt again? I don't know. It's definitely looking hella spooky right now, because if Caitlin was hurt and supposed to have been not doing certain things, how do the Fever organization allow her to get hurt again?
Fans hear one thing from insiders and then see something totally different on the court. The information about Caitlin Clark's injury doesn't match up, leaving everyone confused. Her season now looks more uncertain than ever.
And here goes the quote. When asked if there's an update on Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White said until she can get into practice and until you guys see her in practice, it's really status quo, the same as it's been. Caitlin Clark sat off to the side of practice in the portion open to media today. It's over, guys. Let's not continue to fill ourselves with hope. Let's not, it's done. It's done.
We have Chloe Peterson saying Caitlin Clark's ankle injury does not affect her timeline, but Scott Agnes saying the complete opposite. As fans, we don't know what to believe. We're being fed conflicting reports at every turn.
Let's take a look at the conflicting stories from the reporters. On one account, we have Caitlin Clark, we have Chloe Peterson coming out and saying that the Caitlin Clark ankle injury does not affect her timeline. Scott Agnes is saying the complete opposite. He's saying the complete opposite. Yes, he said the injury has impacted, the ankle injury has impacted her availability.
Worst thing about it, sources telling me it happened at the very end of a workout session. But while one side calls it bad luck, others accuse the Fever of hiding details. Reporters are laughing, but fans are frustrated because it's not consistent.
Oh, guys, I found it. This is him right here. Now, he's laughing. You're laughing at Caitlin Clark's hurt. Listen to
Worst thing about it, a couple sources telling me, worst thing about it, and then one bad step on a defensive series, and
You lying. lying. He happy he lying.
Boom.
Bro, for you to be a reporter, you're laughing that Caitlin Clark is hurt.
Just awful timing. Not that there's any good timing, to be clear. But now that's, excuse me, now that's something she and the team having to deal with.
He's drinking a beer, laughing.
Scott Agnes says this new ankle injury is impacting her return, while Chloe Peterson says it has no effect. Who do you trust? One reporter says one thing, the other says the exact opposite. Fans are left completely in the dark.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Now, Scott Agnes, he says that this is a new injury that she's recovering from. Caitlin Clark recovering from new injury, impacting her return timeline. Chloe Peterson says this has no effect on her return timeline. Who do you trust? I don't know. I might believe what you say about this not affecting her timeline. I might. I don't, but I might. If you weren't the same person who told us that her new quad injury earlier in the season had nothing to do with the first quad injury from preseason.
One source claims it's just a tweaked ankle that doesn't affect her, but another says it has changed everything. Scott Agnes insists she'll be out longer, but nobody knows if that's true. The Fever keep holding back details.
One source claims it's a tweaked ankle, now it's a bone bruise. It doesn't affect anything, telling the public was pointless. Like, minor foot bruise not explain why she still can't sit properly. And either one of you just keep it 1,000. Scott Agnes is gonna rot in hell. Like, I don't know. Scott Agnes was the one who was saying Caitlin's gonna be out for a while. And it was like, how do you know? And he was like, just trust me. Scott Agnes was like holding off information and basically saying, oh, you know, I'm the source, just trust me. And I'm like, well, yeah, we know you're the source, but like.
Scott Agnes says the injury has impacted her availability. Chloe Peterson, on the other hand, says it does not affect her return. These contradictions make it impossible for fans to know the real status of Caitlin Clark.
Wasn't paying to access the article, but he does says, and yes, the injury has impacted her availability. While Chloe Peterson says, sources confirmed to me that Caitlin Clark suffered a very mild bone bruise in her left ankle on August 7th, Scott Agnes first. Source also stresses that this tweaked ankle does not affect her return timeline. Sans ankle injury, she would still be out rehabbing her groin.
Now, all of a sudden, she has an ankle injury from 2 weeks ago, and reporters can't agree if it affects her timeline. Fans are tired of being jerked around. Caitlin Clark needs to hang it up. It's a wrap. Her season is over.
Now, all of a sudden, she has an ankle injury from 2 weeks ago, a bone bruise. And we have one reporter saying, oh, it hasn't affected her timetable to return. But we have another reporter saying it has affected her timetable to return. What are we to believe as fans? You guys need to stop jerking us around and get it together, man. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man.
Caitlin Clark needs to get the hell out of Indiana, bro, because this is when she got hurt. Your coaching staff hurt the best player on your team, and fans are furious at how careless the organization has been.
Get him. Look at how happy he is. Caitlin Clark need to get the hell out of Indiana, bro, because this is when she got hurt. Your coaching staff hurt the best damn player on your team. A member of the coaching staff hurt the best player on your damn team.
A minor foot bruise does not explain why Caitlin Clark still can't sit properly and is still limping from a strain 6 weeks ago. Beat writers covering up details only stir more controversy. Fans believe the Fever have mishandled her care.
A minor foot bruise does not explain why Caitlin Clark still can sit properly and is still limping on a grade 1 groin strain from 6 weeks ago. These people think we're yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Do beat writers releasing these half-truths from the organization only stir up more controversy and raises more fan questions? Simple answer. They'll fail to provide Caitlin Clark with adequate care directly led to secondary injuries. It is now a far more complex recovery.
I just feel bad for Caitlin Clark at this stage. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong, from her body letting her down to teammates stepping on her. It feels like a season from hell, and fans are losing hope.
The reason why the Fever have so many fans is that they fill out away arenas. Most teams can't fill out away arenas for the small teams. So when it comes to the Indiana Fever, they're probably the only team that really fills out away fans. Just like gets away fans going as much as it's just awful. It's just awful seeing this. But anyway, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys think Caitlin Clark is
Fans aren't asking for an in-depth medical report, just some clarity. After 5 weeks of waiting, they still don't know if Caitlin Clark will return. The uncertainty has left Fever fans frustrated and speculating about her season being finished.
And once the situation is to the point of odd with a superstar like Clark, questions are going to be asked. Did she suffer a setback? And it's not out of pocket. No one's asking for an in-depth medical report, but it's not out of pocket after 5 weeks out for fans, Fever fans, to wonder, okay, is she going to be back by the end of the regular season for the playoffs? And what's a realistic window? Where is she in the recovery process right now?
You've got the most popular basketball player in the world, and fans are desperate for updates. Instead, they're met with silence and attitude from the team. This has created backlash against the Fever and the league itself.
Well, you've got the most popular basketball player in the world, men's or women's, I think, right now, as far as I'm concerned, that's got a rabid fan base that is more loyal to Caitlin Clark than they are the Indiana Fever or the WNBA. And I don't know if that rubs these coaches, rubs this organization wrong. Boy, if it does, they're in a world of trouble. And so's the league.
Every update feels like bad news, and fans are losing patience. Caitlin Clark's injuries keep piling up, and people are starting to accept that she won't be back this season. The disappointment is clear across the fan base.
Caitlin Clark out for more than a month. Clark's been focusing on conditioning, cardio, running, and shooting. She recovers. She continues to make progress. Team is hopeful Clark can rejoin practice next week. Like this was recent. The whole time they're like, we hope she can rejoin practice.
Each new report only makes things worse. Fans thought Caitlin Clark was close to returning, but now the narrative is shifting to her being done for the season. The backlash grows as trust in the Fever continues to collapse.
For them to let her possibly hurt herself again. Now, they claiming that this is not going to affect her time coming back, but I just want you guys to see her walk real quick. Pay attention to this.
The season feels lost. Supporters who invested time and money are left with nothing but frustration. Reactions show a growing belief that Caitlin Clark's 2025 campaign has ended before it really began.
Caitlin, I know she was here. She's been time and time again. Any update regarding her?
No, I mean, until she can get into practice and until you guys see her in practice, we're really status quo, same as we have been.
Reed Turner played some big minutes for you there late.
Until she's able to get into practice, we are status quo the same way that we have been.
I'm telling y'all, Caitlin Clark is done. Get down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. But her 2025 season is officially over. Your coaching staff hurt the best damn player on your team. Caitlin Clark deserves better, and her season in Indiana's finished.
Caitlin Clark needs to, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hang it up. It's over. It's done, y'all. It's done. Get down in the comments and let me know what y'all believe. We're getting conflicting reports from insiders. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm telling y'all, Caitlin Clark is done.
Your coaching staff hurt the best damn player on your team. A member of the coaching staff hurt the best player on your damn team.
Somebody who never missed a game in college is now breaking down in the pros. They messed her up, and now her season has completely unraveled. I just don't see her coming back this year. The injuries, the setbacks, the bad luck, it all points to Caitlin Clark's season being over.
Is this even a real injury? Serious? Who knows? At this point, who knows? Conspiracy. Hope might be right. Hope said this from day one. It's a whole conspiracy, folks. It's a whole conspiracy.
I've said I think there's a 35% chance she comes back. I think it's a 35% chance. I was 70% chance a week ago that she plays.
The clock is ticking and still no clarity. At this point, it feels more realistic to shut Caitlin Clark down and prepare for next year. Fans keep showing up for Caitlin Clark, but she's not playing. Bless her heart, this season is lost, and everyone knows it. She's been setback after setback. It's time to accept that Caitlin Clark's 2025 WNBA season has ended before it really took off.
And it's not out of pocket. No one's asking for an in-depth medical report. But it's not out of pocket after 5 weeks out for fans, Fever fans, to wonder, okay, is she going to be back by the end of the regular season for the playoffs.
This is no longer just a delay, it's the end. Caitlin Clark's season is done, and the only question now is what happens next year. Fans invested everything into this season, but it's over. Caitlin Clark's journey in 2025 has been cut short, leaving only disappointment behind.
For them to let her possibly hurt herself again. Now, they claiming that this is not going to affect her time coming back, but I just want you guys to see her walk real quick. Pay attention to this.
It's a wrap. Caitlin Clark's 2025 season is done. They messed her up now. Her season has completely unraveled. Anything that can go wrong has gone wrong. Caitlin Clark is finished for the year. At this point, it feels more realistic to shut her down and look ahead to next season. This season is lost, and everyone knows it.
Caitlin Clark needs to, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Hang it up. It's over. It's done, y'all.
Hope might be right. Hope said this from day one. It's a whole conspiracy, folks. It's a whole conspiracy.
I was 70% chance a week ago that she plays. I was 55% chance earlier today.
But it's not out of pocket after 5 weeks out for fans, Fever fans.
And the Indiana Fever were completely unprepared for Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's 2025 season may be over, but the story isn't. Stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more updates.